I don't own crypto. I don't recommend it. Everyone's like, "Oh, Jim's a technological Neanderthal. He doesn't get it." It's like, no, I was in a gold versus Bitcoin debate in 2010 out in Devon, a little bit west of London. And when I'm in a debate, I like to know more about my opponent's subject than he does, because I don't want to get picked off. I want to win the debate. So I've been immersed in this. I read all the technical papers and white papers, and I look at crypto exchanges. I understand what DeFi is. I get all of it. I don't think it's going anywhere. That's the view. Could be right, could be wrong, but I do understand it. And the thing about central bank digital currencies is they're not cryptocurrencies. They're not blockchain. The ledger, because blockchain is just a ledger. It's just a bookkeeping way. It's digital, but the blockchain technology has been around since the 80s. There's nothing new about it, but it's your ledger, and it can be decentralized. Central bank digital currencies, there'll be a ledger, but it'll be maintained by the central bank. And a CBDC dollar is still a dollar. A central bank digital euro is still a euro. Central bank digital yen is still a yen. So it's not a new currency. It's a new payment channel, a new settlement and clearance channel. And it is better, faster, cheaper. I mean, if I buy something with a credit card, how does that work? Well, I'm at the point of purchase. They use a credit card. The merchant has a receivable, so they sell it to somebody called a merchant acquirer, who scoops up a whole bunch of credit card receivables. Then the merchant acquirer sells it to MasterCard or Visa, whoever the card sponsor was, and they get paid. And then MasterCard, Visa takes these from all over the world, and then they send them to the banks that issue the credit cards. And then those credit card issuers send me a bill, and I pay it. Well, you got five parties in that transaction. You got the customer, the merchant acquirer, MasterCard, and the issuing bank, and like 2.5%, 3% fees end to end. Well, that's a really clunky, messy, expensive, slow system. You can eliminate all of that. You can disintermediate the banking system and MasterCard and Visa. Interesting stock implications there. With a CBDC, I can have an account at the Fed on my iPhone, and I can send you money. You can have an account at the Fed or Bank of England, whatever you like. And so it is better, faster, cheaper. But it's also the ultimate surveillance tool. This will complete their surveillance state. They already know enough about us with GPS tracking. You got to turn your cell phone off and stick it in a Faraday sack. And I have a few of those I carry with me if you want to avoid being tracked in real time. So they already know a lot about us and digital, facial recognition software, et cetera. But this will be the ultimate, because I go to a bookstore, I'm on Amazon using a central bank digital currency. They know that I just bought a book called, Why I Love Donald Trump or whatever, And if you're the wrong political party, wrong political affiliation, give money to the wrong candidate, et cetera, oppose the regime in any way, they're going to know it in real time through your payment history. And they'll be able to, China, they're already doing this. I say stuff like this, Brian, and people roll their eyes like, oh, that'll never happen. I was like, no, you don't understand. It's already here. It's not universal. It's getting there. This is what they do in China. This is what the social credit score is all about. People can't send their kids to colleges, can't buy a plane ticket, can't buy a train ticket, et cetera, because they have a low social credit score. It could be they were caught smoking, but it could be they tweeted something that was like anti-Xi. But this will come to Europe, Japan, and the US. And don't believe anyone who says, well, yeah, we could do that, but don't worry, trust us, we won't do that. Nonsense. The government never gives up power, never misses an opportunity to get more power. So that's where central bank digital currencies are going. As far as cryptocurrencies are concerned, I studied it I've studied it for kind of 12 years at this point, but I wrestled with it. It's like, okay, I read all the technical papers, I get it, I look at the charts, I hear, but I can't really understand, like, what's it all about? Because what's happened is that an ecosystem has been created around, I'll say Bitcoin, but it could be some other cryptocurrencies. And there are exchanges, there are custodians, there are hedge funds that, buy and sell these things. There are analysts, there are charts, there are technicians. The entire ecosystem of Wall Street has been wrapped around Bitcoin with one difference, which is there's nothing there. at least if I'm analyzing Tesla, maybe you like it, I hate it, whatever. We can have a good debate about Tesla or Netflix or anybody. But at least there's like a real company there doing something where we can argue. And then the ecosystem of custodian, settlement clearance, brokers, all that stuff, technicians, charts, wraps around something that's, when I say real company, it doesn't have to be tangible. Amazon's not very tangible. It's a real company.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race. You're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I intend, how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.